History is a powerful teacher. It shows us the consequences of hatred, intolerance, and unchecked aggression. World War II, a global conflict that engulfed the world from 1939 to 1945, stands as a stark reminder of the devastating costs of war. Millions perished, cities were reduced to rubble, and the world was forever changed. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, it is more important than ever to remember the lessons of World War II. The rise of nationalism, economic instability, and international tensions echo the conditions that led to the outbreak of war in 1939. By understanding the causes and consequences of World War II, we can better recognize and address the challenges we face today. We must remember that peace is not a given. It requires constant vigilance, dialogue, and a commitment to international cooperation. It is our shared responsibility to ensure that the horrors of World War II are never repeated. We have a duty to learn from the mistakes of the past. To build a future where peace prevails, we must confront the ghosts of World War II and work tirelessly to prevent history from repeating itself. World War II erupted from a complex web of factors. The Treaty of Versailles, signed after World War I, imposed harsh penalties on Germany, creating resentment and instability. Economic depression gripped the world in the 1930s, fueling nationalism and extremism. Against this backdrop, aggressive powers rose to prominence. Adolf Hitler's Nazi regime in Germany, driven by a toxic ideology of racial superiority, embarked on a campaign of expansion and conquest. In Asia, Imperial Japan, seeking to establish dominance, launched a brutal war of aggression. The world watched with growing alarm as Germany annexed Austria and Czechoslovakia, violating international agreements. The invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939, marked the beginning of World War II, plunging the world into 6 long years of devastating conflict. The lessons of World War II are clear. We must be vigilant against the rise of extremism, intolerance, and aggression. International cooperation and diplomacy are essential to maintaining peace and stability. The world today faces a complex web of challenges. From the rise of nationalism and populism to the threat of terrorism and climate change, the international order is under increasing strain. Economic inequality, political polarization, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction further exacerbate tensions. In many regions, long-standing conflicts remain unresolved. The Middle East continues to be a powder keg of instability, while tensions between nuclear-armed states, such as India and Pakistan, are a constant source of concern. The rise of China as a global power has also shifted the balance of power, creating new challenges and opportunities. Cyber warfare and disinformation campaigns have emerged as new battlefields, blurring the lines between war and peace. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the fragility of global systems and highlighted the interconnectedness of our world. While there are undeniable parallels between the present day and the period leading up to World War II, there are also significant differences. The world today is more interconnected than ever before, with global institutions and networks working to promote dialogue and cooperation. The specter of nuclear war, while still a threat, has also served as a deterrent to large-scale conflict. The memory of World War II and the horrors it unleashed remain etched in the collective consciousness of humanity. However, we must not become complacent. The lessons of history teach us that peace is a fragile thing, and the seeds of conflict can easily take root in fertile ground. The rise of nationalism, economic inequality, and political polarization are all warning signs that we cannot ignore. The world today is a very different place than it was in 1939. We have learned from the mistakes of the past and built mechanisms to prevent another global conflict. However, the dangers are real and we must remain vigilant.